Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to my newest Hearts of Iron 4 challenge video. Today we're going to play as Germany and see to the defeat of the Soviet Union. Very simple, but there is a twist. We're not allowed to have any casualties. Not one German soldier can die in battle. That means the army, the navy and the air force. Not one single soldier can get killed. How are we going to do that? Well, of course, we're going to use others to do our dirty work. Germany, regular difficulty, Ironman mode, historical focuses. Let's start. Okay. Let's start with our focus choice. It would be nice to oppose Hitler and then create the alliance that opposes communism and have everyone befriend us in fighting the Soviets. That would be great. However, opposing Hitler requires a civil war. And what happens in a civil war? People die. We cannot allow that. Not one German soldier can die, which is why we are going with Rhineland. Next up, research. See, the only good way of not letting our people die is to not let them fight. So, we're not going to need doctrines. We're just going to need industry, engineering, and various equipment research. So let's start with just that. Basic machine tools, construction, let's also research some research, and maybe start working on improved infantry equipment 1. It is way ahead of time. We'll switch that research into something else later. As for military factories, we're going to need some support equipment and lots of infantry equipment. Lots of it. Navy, we don't care about. Let's get convoys going. And cancel the ones that are not almost complete. Yeah, these ones can finish. Construction. We're going to be investing in infrastructure and civilian factories for now, choosing the provinces that actually have some resources to excavate, which will not only speed up construction in those provinces, but also give us more resources. Let's assign the units we have to an army and deploy some more. Let's use cavalry. Why cavalry? Because they are the cheapest to deploy from all the units we have, and all that matters is how many we have in the field. And let's speed up and then pause. We can still have an army. We're just not going to let them fight because they might die. Now, in theory, I could use expeditionary forces, but I'm not sure if that wouldn't be kind of cheating. I'll think about it. Also, it is almost impossible to get the Dutch to your side on historical focuses as Germany, because once we get close to that, not only Britain, but also the Dutch will try to counter us. We can do that, but we would have to keep pouring political power into it from the start of the game. I guess it is the start of the game, so let's try it. And if it doesn't work, you'll know it just doesn't work. Also, let's cancel the method bills because they're horrible. So deactivate all the things apart from this so that I always get a little pop-up here when I can do it again. Also, deploy all the cavalry ahead of time and switch them all to infantry so that I have a lot of manpower in the field. Now, do we want a spy agency? I'm not sure. We might be able to use one, but also it's not strictly necessary. Okay, let's make one. We can benefit from it a bit. Rhineland complete. Can we go straight into Anschluss? We can't. We don't have enough troops in the field. What if I deploy some more? I was a little bit too slow. Let's wait a couple more days. Maybe some reinforcements will go to the units we have there. It's not crucial because there are other focuses we also need to do soon. And there were enough reinforcements, so I can actually go straight into Anschluss. And we have enough political power for some silent workhorses. And again, we have so much political power that we don't actually need them. We will have more political power than we need for a long time. I guess I will hire them. Also, we're supposed to be doing the Netherlands thing. Let's keep doing it whenever we remember. Electronic mechanical engineering is complete. Mechanical computing. And deploy some more cavalry. Actually, we don't need to be using cavalry anymore because we have 5 army experience, which means we can create a new division. A tiny division with just 1 unit of infantry. Let's make it a kitten. What's a kitten in German? I don't know. Let's call it a small cat. That would be Kleine Katze or Kleine Katze. Not sure. Kleine Katze? I think it's Kleine Katze. Not sure. If we have any Germans, correct me. Yeah, Kleine Katze template. Lots of them, please. And deploy. Oh, right, we did the agency. I need to upgrade it. Localized training centers. Influence the Dutch. Keep influencing them. I've already missed a few clicks I could have made. Let's make sure we don't do that again. Alright, who do we have available? No one too special. We have a seducer, that's decent. Commando, that's decent as well. I suppose I can just wait for localized training centers and get one for desired nationality. But they might be terrible. Do we want to get the Scandinavians on our side? We might want to do that. We might want to get a Danish spy or a Russian one. I think I'll try to get the Scandinavians to befriend me. Localized training centers are done. So, Denmark or Soviet Union? Maybe Turkey? No. Denmark. Let's do Denmark. And she's a seducer. That's decent. Build up the spy network. Let's keep upgrading the agency. Anschluss. Perfect. Deploy the cat units. Switch them to infantry. And from the Anschluss, I could go straight into Slovenia. Let's just wait until we get some of that manpower in the field. Question of Yugoslavia. Let's ignore them for now. Yeah, demand Slovenia. This doesn't always work. If it doesn't, it won't really cripple us. But it would be nice if we go Slovenia, of course. So there we go. Let's send some elite units there. Another silent workhorse, please. Keep influencing using the Dutch. We have tons of political power, we will have way more than we'll ever need, so I can afford to just keep clicking this. Construction 2. And we can switch this one to Machine Tools 2. Let's also put all our air force next to Yugoslavia, maybe that will scare them. Probably not. The Brits are already working on the Netherlands. It is very likely that nothing will come of that and will fail. But let's see. Experiment. Elusive gentleman. London surrender, perfect. But Yugoslavia refuses. So, double event, I do see that sometimes. Yugoslavans refuse, sure. So we actually get what we wanted. Let's go for Sudetenland now. London Conference. Put some troops around Czechoslovakia. Maybe that will frighten them a bit. New operative. No one interesting, unfortunately. Well, escape artist can be useful. Let's get him. Go boost fascism in Denmark. Why Denmark? Well, we have a focus that will turn them closer to fascism, and if we start early, we'll actually be able to flip them. And then Sweden and Norway. This way we will get more allies. Let's go to free trade, which is the best trade. Sudetenland, perfect. Next up, first Ljubljana Award. We want to do Fate of Yugoslavia, but we don't want to rush it too much. Essentially, we'd like to do it after Czechoslovakia does trust in the West, because then they will abandon their guarantee of Yugoslavia. I'm not sure if that actually counts, or whether they accept or not, but let's try it. The Brits are already investing. I'm trying to keep up with them. We'll see if it works. Computing machine. And concentrated industry 2. Third spy pending. We have enough units in the field, and an agent got captured. Very unfortunate. And he's an escape artist. That doesn't really make his credentials very believable, does it? New spy. Once again, no one too interesting. I guess I could cycle the spies a bit. Like, get one, fire that spy, dismiss, and now in 30 days we should get a new one, I think. You can recruit a foreign spy. Let's see if we get a good Russian one. If you do this recruitment before your spy slot finishes being made, you will have a choice including that foreign spy. If you do it when you have a slot, you will automatically recruit that spy, whether it's good or not. Well, he or she is good or not. First Vienna Award, excavation. New spy. Once again, no one too good. Let's get Gunther and fire him. 30 days until a new one comes along, I think. Let's do war economy and increase our trade with the Dutch. Spy has been rescued. Not sure if it's worth it, boosting fascism in Denmark. Every little ally counts, and we'll have France and the United Kingdom on our side anyway if we can manipulate them to fight the Soviets, which we should be able to do. Okay, Sofia is a bit better. He's tough and a commando. Once again, let's hire someone without any traits and fire them. We'll be cycling these operatives until we get someone decent. First Vienna Award complete. Now let's have a look. Are you doing Trust in the West yet? Yes. But we don't want to do anything against Yugoslavia until they finish Trust in the West, so let's do one other focus in the meantime, and that focus will be the 4-year plan. The operative, once again, nobody good. Oh, wait a minute, I just fired her, so maybe they don't cycle out if I fire them? Okay, let's try that one more time. Gunther. Let's remember Gunther. Fire Gunther and wait 30 days. Let's see if he's back in the pool. If he is back in the pool, then doing that is probably pointless. Let's go to extensive conscription. Some more manpower in the field should make us a bit scarier. Anarchist uprising in the Spanish Civil War. Gunther. Okay, Gunther is back in the spy pool, so apparently whatever I do doesn't really matter. We have Joachim, who is a tough commander, or we have a Russian seducer. Let's get the Russian seducer. A Russian spy might be useful to us later on. Alright, so he only has a 44% efficiency because of national coverage. I wonder if Iceland also counts. Let's send one to build network there and see if his efficiency goes over 50%. Because right now she's at 90, he's at 45. I wonder. If she goes to 100, he should be at 50. If Iceland also works, he might be higher. Oh, I forgot, of course, Netherlands. We seem to be very much ahead. Unfortunately, the Brits are not the only ones who can actually influence this. Netherlands themselves can spend political power to align themselves with Britain. Let's use our bonus to do construction 3 and then construction 4 ahead of time. And now we demand Yugoslavia, all of it. See, Yugoslavia no longer has the guarantee, so they should submit to us in theory, but I know this doesn't always work. I would need to look into the game files to know the details. I'm not sure what those details are. Let's get another Russian spy, maybe. No, he's still only scaled for 50%. Or is that because there is no one doing it in Iceland? Oh, can you do it effectively without the network? Wait a minute. National coverage, 5%. Huh. Well, the network here is weak. Oh, is the network not deteriorating? It isn't. Okay, so you build up the network, then switch to it. Stuff is happening in China and Fate of Yugoslavia. I would like to annex all of Yugoslavia, because we want to make Croatia a puppet, but in other ways. Because if I take this option, Croatia will get Dalmatia, Croatia, and Bosnia, and I do want Bosnia as a separate puppet, which is why we're annexing everything. Yugoslavia is ours. Next up, I think it's time for the fate of Czechoslovakia. And again, perhaps I should wait a bit. Yeah, alright, let's do fate of Czechoslovakia. Japan attacks. Shaanxi. More fighting in China. Not my problem. I wish there was an auto-repeat option. This is so tedious, just if it was reworked. So I wonder, if he's doing it here, and the network is at 100%, what if I switch her mission? Will the network deteriorate here? Network strength 100%. Yeah, it's deteriorating. Go back to working on the network. Oops. What did I click? Yeah, anti-democratic and anti-communist rate. They will increase our stability. And since I do have the points, let's get industrial concern. We have a bonus to these, but we only have one of these bonuses left. I think I want to use it on construction 4. So in the meantime, MP38, the faster we start making them, the more we'll have. Right, let's switch her to increasing fascism. She's not really doing anything there. Alright, we can do it in Denmark proper. Fate of Czechoslovakia, we want to set up Slovakia as a puppet. And now that we have acquired all this territory, I can start getting rid of it. See, we don't want to lose any Germans, we don't want to fight ourselves, but we're fine with our puppets doing it. So, Montenegro releases puppet, Bosnia-Herzegovina releases puppet, Slovenia releases puppet, Croatia, Serbia, Austria, yes, I know it's core territory, but they're more used to us as a puppet, and finally, Czechoslovakia. There we go. Beautiful. Now to acquire Hungary and Romania. For that we'll need Grossraumwirtschaft. We could do Danzig for Slovakia, but if you don't mind border gore, and I absolutely don't mind border gore, Slovakia is better. There's more factories here. Agent captured. Unfortunate. Infantry equipment designer. France and Britain announce alliance. Good. They'll both help me. Well, remember our goal is to see the Soviet Union defeated and also to not lose a single German doing it. More trade with the Dutch. Grossraumwirtschaft is complete. I will probably need to align Romania, while I won't really need to align Hungary. So let's start aligning Romania. Oh, bloody hell. Another agent captured. I'm beginning to think my agents are not very good at their jobs. You may think this is enough. This is not enough. If the Brits and the Dutch alike start influencing, yeah, then we're done for. Which is why I need to keep doing it all the time. Let me get the Swedish operative going. Do some should we do democracy or communism? And we should just focus on one at a time. Construction 4. Speaking of construction, how are we doing? Very well. Aligned Romania. Perfect. Now in a little while, Romania should accept the invitation to our faction. Now let's do second Vienna Award. With this, we will have Hungary on our side. National Spain is not doing so well. We'll see. More Dutch trade negotiations, and let's improve work conditions. Really don't need anything else here. I guess I could get Heisenberg to speed up nuclear research, but that's pretty much it. Second Vienna Award. I want to give them just northern Transylvania. That's good enough. They should agree to join my faction soon. Okay, so we're waiting for the moves of Hungary and Romania here. Time to start working on Scandinavia. Naval rearmament. Treaty of Craiova. Do we want Bulgaria to grow? Bulgaria will probably become a friend later on. Okay, I guess. Anti-democratic raids. More trade with the Dutch and more construction. Right, we filled the spots we were working on. Let's get some more going. I'm actually not going to do Reichsautobahn because the focuses are worth more than the resources spent on, building the highways on our own. So let's work on Brandenburg and Württemberg, Westphalen and Schleswig-Holstein. Naval rearmament, now naval effort. We don't care about naval stuff at all, but we do want to befriend Denmark, Norway and Sweden, and the Netherlands. Let's get Heisenberg employed. I think I'll do nuclear research soon. Plan Z. Hungary and Romania would both like to join the Axis. Unfortunately, they're both non-aligned. Hungary will change that soon, but Romania won't, but they will get some other modifiers that will let them join my faction. And once I have them both, we can make them puppets. And once we make them puppets, we can go after Greece. Also, time to make some better guns. Let's spread our troops a bit so they don't get attrition. Plan Z complete. Now it's time to befriend Denmark. Oh, and we can invite Hungary to our faction. Let's do it. Also might be time to become spy master. When there's enough people in our faction, we will get extra operatives from that. The Axis grow. Bulgaria should join on its own. Albania will join through Italy. Italy will join, of course. Romania will agree to join at some point. And when they do, we can go after Greece. Also working on Scandinavia now. Agent killed. It's fine. Better than captured. Keep working on that Dutch trade. We have befriended Denmark. Let us befriend Norway. New operative is going to be... Oh, they're all terrible. I mean, she's decent, but still. Okay... Can I get someone better, please? Let's get a Norwegian girl. Looks like Republican Spain is gonna win. Atomic research. We have befriended Norway. Time for Sweden. Next election in October. I don't think we'll manage to increase fascism enough by then. Talks have been steadily. Good. More trade with the Dutch. We have 155 points. They have 45. And they can still overtake us with relative ease if we let our guard down. We can recruit another spy from somewhere. I guess let's get a Norwegian one again and fire her. We have more political power power than we need, let's switch Rudolf Hess for Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda master. He will increase our fascist support so that we can get even more stability. New operative. Finally someone who has a few things, although they are all pretty much useless. Bloody hell. I guess I will hire him temporarily. Or maybe I'll just stick with him. Too many tries. Befriend Sweden. Complete. Should we befriend the Netherlands as well? Maybe? No, most things will depend on... oh, wait a minute. New people who we can invite to the faction Italy and Romania. Well, that changes things. If we can invite Romania, that means what we should be doing is integrate war economies. This way we will gain Romania and Hungary as puppets. Alliance with Italy bypassed, of course. The Axis. Grow. Ah, new operative. More allies. Once again, no one good. Alright, I guess I'll get Hildegard and try to do 2 countries at once. Let us send her to Norway and send him to Norway as well. Romania accepts. Hungary accepts. We have integrated war economies. Perfect. Which means Romania and Hungary are now my puppets, which means Greece no longer has a guarantee from Romania, which means second Ljubljana award. Improved competing machine complete. Should we do advanced right away? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's not like we have many other good choices for our research, as we don't really need anything apart from guns. I really could use more operatives. Carve out Greece. Do we want to give Bulgaria some Greece? Do we care? Bulgaria will probably join us anyway, just a claim. No, let's keep Greece bigger and stronger, because Greece is about to be my puppet. And Bulgaria already got Macedonia, that's something. And they would still accept our invitation to the Axis, which is good. Agent captured. Republican victory in Spanish Civil War. Yeah, I usually see nationalist Spain triumph, but that doesn't really affect our plans. Keep working on the Dutch. Oh, they're gonna have an election in a moment. I have enough fascist support to sway the election, I think. Perhaps I should have just concentrated all my agents on that. I guess at this point it could go either way. Oh, and the fascists won the election. They're still democratic, but with 57% fascism. Cool. And same thing seems to have happened in Norway. Good. Looks like we're gonna have some allies. Greece submits. We have a puppet. The Axis grow once again. Do I want to do the folks to befriend the Netherlands? I'm not sure. If I'm successful with the trade, they'll join us anyway. If I'm not successful with the trade, this won't really want to do anything. Let's do autarky instead. Then again, if I do the anti-combatant pact, we could befriend Turkey, which is also worth something. Maybe later. Autarky it is. Autarky is very powerful and is best taken early. However, I feel like the political decisions are more important in our case. Also, our economy is wonderful anyway. See, the Brits have started investing way more into the Netherlands. Now I can't really... see, again, I think they're both doing it. Both the Netherlands and the British. Do you see that? Just went up twice in a moment. I'm going to have to really focus on this if we want to be victorious there. Which means I just have to keep this open all the time. Just keep clicking. Autarky is done. Hermann Geringwerke. Let's do press censorship. See how quickly it grows for them. I'm not sure we can keep up, but we will try. And Denmark has switched ideologies. Perfect. Next up, Sweden. See how quickly it increases for them. I'm still ahead, but they are gaining on me quick. Well, that is because the Brits and the Dutch are working together. Hermann Geringwerke complete. We don't want to do Danzig for Slovakia, even though befriending Poland could be nice, but it's actually better for us to not be friends with Poland. Let's do Kat F. Wagen. We're very close to turning Norway to our cause, and the Soviets will attack Poland eventually. So all is as it should be. I will soon start building military factories. Well, maybe not that soon. Once we're done with all these, I'll just build military ones. Atomic research complete. Oh, yes. I keep forgetting. See how quickly they're gaining on us. Right now we have the advantage, but probably not for long. Let's get a Russian spy. Ideally, I will want Bulgaria, Turkey, Norway, and Sweden to still turn to our cause. Perhaps even Finland, we'll see. It will take some time. And the Netherlands. Still doing other stuff. Really don't want to cave to the Germans. I could do the extra research slot, but I don't really need it. Reichsautobahn. Maybe I can't bypass it once I have all that maximum infrastructure, but I don't need that either. I suppose I could befriend the Netherlands to speed up their integration into our country, into our alliance, which I'm planning to make happen. Okay, let's do the extra research slot, just because it's weird not to do so, and then we'll work on the Netherlands, and then maybe on Turkey. Speaking of the Netherlands, let's keep doing it. Concentrated Industry 4. Beautiful. And Excavation 4. Soon we'll start making the best guns. Poland is guaranteed by the United Kingdom. They want to defend Poland from us, but we will use that. See, they will defend Poland from the Soviet Union, and that way fight our war for us. Almost fascist. A bit more difficult with Sweden. They do have extra ideology drift defense, but we're working on it. Unfortunately, the Liberty ethos they're doing is gonna be slightly problematic. Agent killed. Oh, it was the Russian one, wasn't it? Pity. We'll get a new one very soon. Extra research slot complete. And Japan proposes Tripartite Pact. Absolutely not. Italian-German treaty, though. Yes, sure. Let's befriend the Netherlands. Also, oh bloody hell, it was just 140 a moment ago. Seems like they're both doing it, the Netherlands and the British. See, I only got distracted for a moment. I really don't like how this is implemented. They keep boosting it. 195, 200. Yeah, it looks like both... Oh, sorry, 205. Yeah, unless they're doing a focus regarding that now. No, they're not. Did they even do Gateway to Europe? I think I'm gonna lose that, which is very annoying, seeing how much I've invested in it. And it's not just that, you know, I can keep this lead that I have by constantly investing. They somehow can do it faster than I can. Right, do we have anyone interesting? Not really. We have Gunther, but he's not that great. I mean, he's good. Could get a Soviet one. We will eventually need to do stuff in the Soviet Union. I guess I need one Russian agent just to build up the network. Let's get her. Oh, Norway. 210. See, I'm working on it constantly, and they're already at 220. I think it is impossible unless you're just clicking it all the bloody time. And I don't mind spending more political power. It's just the timer and the clicking. See? 225. They can just increase it faster than I can, which is a bit of a problem, unfortunately. I've befriended the Netherlands. I don't think that will change anything, but we have. Are there any more focuses I want to do in the near future? I think I want to befriend Turkey. For that we'll need the Anti-Combatant Pact, then the war with the USSR, but we'll be able to just bypass it because they're going to attack. Although, I guess I don't need to bypass it. I can just do war with the USSR and attack USSR once they've attacked Poland. See? 235. They've gained 10 in the time that I was only able to gain 5, I think. 240. It's not like I'm not clicking the button. I'm clicking the button all the time. It's just nothing I can do. I guess if I had this tab open all the time from the very beginning of the game, maybe that would be enough. But also, it might not be. We're doing on the spies. Democratic, also fascism. Democratic, also fascism. Oh, right, you just had an election. Yeah, they're gonna flip eventually, and then we'll have them in our faction, which is even more people to fight the Soviets for us. I guess I'll invest in some fighters. Maybe close air support as well. Although fighters are gonna be the most important. I will gear my production towards Lend-Lease, and I can just as well send fighters. And once you're done with all those civilian factories, it's time for some military ones. Lots of them. First in our territory, and then we can cover some puppets. See, 250. This is just impossible unless you're clicking it from the very beginning of the game every time it becomes available. Perhaps if I paid more attention, I would be at like 300 or 350. But at the rate that they're gaining points, that would also not be sufficient. At this point, I kind of want to just nuke the Netherlands. See, they dominated, even though I've been clicking the damn button all the time. So annoying. So here you have it. This is a complete and utter waste of time. Do not do this ever. And the paradox, I love you, but this needs work. See, they're already at 270. I suppose I could keep going. It's not like I have anything else to do with all that political power. Oh, that reminds me. I should switch the silent workhorse to a war industrialist to build factories faster. 270. It's just impossible. Fall off Nanjing. Done the Anti-Combatant Pact. Do we want the Anti-Soviet Pact? I guess it could simplify things for us. The Soviets are already doing demand Eastern Poland. I'm not sure when they started it. I guess I'll do war with the USSR. Then we can attack them on our own terms. I could just justify a war goal, but this should be better. We've decrypted their cipher, and we lost 2 agents, one after the other. Which ones? The ones boosting ideology. Right then, let's get a Soviet one. See, 185 against my 270. Nothing I do here is good enough. I should just nuke the entire place. We could theoretically do that, you know. I wouldn't need to do air superiority myself, and the bomber that would carry the nuke could probably get out unscathed and survive. I think I just might. MP-43. But the best guns are researched. Let's work on those nuclear reactors. Although I don't think I'll be playing long enough to actually use nukes. But it's nice to have the option, right? They're still doing demand Eastern Poland. I suppose Anti-Soviet Pact might have been the better choice here. Jessica, 3 skills. Soviet Interrogator. I do mean to use the agent in the Soviet Union. Well, let's get him. I mean, eventually. For now, just do Norway. Switch to the best guns. I'm gonna need some more steel, but that's not a problem. Oh, I've been buying tungsten from the very beginning of the game. I keep forgetting we start with a trade. That should not be the case. No country should start with a trade, because it's very easy to miss that, and then if you're not using tungsten, you're losing factories for no reason. War with USSR. Focus complete. Landscape to the British, of course they do. We don't care anymore. They've abused our trust enough. Let's research some strategic bombers, just in case. New recruit. Once again, no one too interesting. Get another Soviet one. They will come in handy a bit later. You guys please change your ideologies. Soviet Union declared war in Poland, which is the perfect moment to declare war on the Soviet Union. Just wait, make sure they're at war with the Allies, and they are at war with the Allies. Poland joins the Allies. And what we should do is bring our entire faction onto the Soviet Union, because remember, our goal is twofold. Do not lose a single German soldier, and see the Soviet Union crumble. Before we attack, to make sure we don't actually lose a single German soldier. So let's take all of our ships, all of them, park them somewhere safe. Yes, this looks good. Not sure if they won't get any attrition there. So we did say in combat. I guess attrition doesn't matter. Yeah, you guys go to Greenland, you'll be safe there. Next step, we do do have some air force. We can't afford for our pilots to die. So we're going to take all that air force and we're going to disband it. And finally, our armies. Well, armies are made up of soldiers. And soldiers, well, they do tend to fight. And when they fight, they can die. That's not something we're going to allow. We're going to disband all of our troops. Now, theoretically, it would be within the bounds of the challenge for us to request expeditionary forces from our puppets and just use those. I'm still undecided about that, but I think I want to try it without expeditionary forces. Just let all the work we did diplomatically pay dividends and do the work for us now. But first, let's make sure our ships are safe. Yeah, get out of the Baltic. That's better. Let's research better fighters and befriend Turkey. We have 500,000 guns to send in Lend-Lease. I'm going to switch our production around a little bit. Some anti-tank, anti-air, artillery and so on. Not too much, just some. Okay, it's being produced. I think it's time to attack. Let's declare war on the Soviet Union and call all allies. Now, there is a bit of a problem. See, if we were to do the anti-Soviet pact, which we can still theoretically do, now we will be in an offensive one, which is worse for us. And it will strengthen the Soviets. Pity. But we'll beat them anyway. Call all the allies, please. Quite a lot of them by now. Now, Poland, we're in the same war. I am going to give you military access. You don't want it? Huh, how about Britain? You do want it. But France, you do want it as well. Yeah, you guys can sure use that. Next up, Lend-Lease. Well, we're going to give some to Poland, and we're also going to give quite a lot to all of our allies. Okay, I don't want to give too much to Poland. You can have those old guns I've had laying around for a long time now. Actually, you can have all that imported equipment. We'll strengthen them, and it will make it easier to manage later. Poland, here you go. Oh, we're calling people. Yeah, that's fine. Next up, Romania. A little bit of everything, not the imported stuff. Oh, right, and also, I guess I'll give all my tanks to Romania. They can use them. Who should I give my planes to? Guess I'll give them to Romania as well. Putting 10,000 everywhere. Essentially, I want to send all the stuff that I have, but the numbers are important because if I want to split the equipment between many countries, if I put the same numbers everywhere, it should be split equally. I guess such high numbers don't really make sense with the planes because we don't have that many planes. Let's have a look. Did the Lend-Lease take or did we do too much? The Lend-Lease didn't take for some reason. I think I just sent too much stuff. Let's do it again. Say 8,000 of each a month. 10,000 of these and 10,000 of these a month. This should be more manageable. That's better. Lend-Lease from Italy. No, thank you. I don't need anything. Next up, Greece. Greece is a very good puppet. They are very aggressive. So it's good to supply them. Let's give them some convoys. And I guess I have some planes left. You can have them. And some tanks as well. Okay, you can split them with Romania. Greece is very good as well. Okay, that concludes Greece. Who's next? Hungary. Hungary should be relatively aggressive. Let's give them some stuff. Here goes Hungary. Bohemia. Bohemia has been sent Lend-Lease. I'm splitting it more or less equally. I guess Slovakia and the smaller guys here don't really need that much stuff. Does Austria have any troops whatsoever? Oh, I was probably using all their manpower, wasn't I? Oh, why do you have so little manpower? What is wrong with you? Is it my fault? Did I steal the manpower and do they never get it back? It is possible, but they're all volunteer only, so now they're at war, so that should change. Alright, I'm also going to supply Italy, because we don't care who gets what in the peace deal, we just care to destroy the Soviet Union. Italy, I'll just send them guns and some convoys. That should do it. Okay, now we sit back and watch. We also watch the casualties that stay at 0. Perfect. Now, the fact about doing it this way is the Soviets attack Poland. Poland is guaranteed by Britain. Britain calls in France, which means the Soviets are fighting us, Poland, France, and Britain, all at the same time. And once Japan gets angry and attacks people around them, the United States will also be on our side. All the while, I am working on getting the Scandinavians involved as well. People are trying to send me Lend-Lease, but I want none of that. Better construction. We have surrounded ourselves with puppets and allies. The Soviets should not be able to get to us unless they get to us navally, but, well, that should not be possible for them. We'll see. Romania is holding on quite well, and there's French troops all over here. But would you give me military access? I don't really need the access for myself, but that will prompt my subjects to ask for it. I don't think so. I should really start working on the Soviet Union. Guess I'll take the 2 Russian spies, and we'll just have to first handle Norway, then Sweden, rather than simultaneously. Japan attacks the Philippines, and we have befriended Turkey. Alright, and the cipher for the Soviets is fully decrypted, which means we should activate it. That'll help Romania. Romania is actually making gains. Good. And lower puppet independence. We don't really want to, actually. These guys can be as independent as they want. Well, as long as it's not completely. Let's do the Reichskommissariats. We'll probably never need it. But who knows? We might. Proved worker conditions. Poland is theoretically not doing so great, but the Brits were actually able to send some help. And so are the French. So it's very unlikely that Poland will fall, and the Soviet Union is against much greater forces here. It would, of course, be much more efficient if we just took control of all the the troops as expeditionary forces. Oh, cool. Orator and a Soviet. Perfect. What was I? Yeah, if we took expeditionary forces, that would be even better. But I'd rather not. Let's hand him to Norway. He is a Soviet, but he also is a natural orator. And this way we might be able to, flip them faster. And that's just one more ally in this war. As for the Soviet Union, once we have enough network strength, we'll just do collaboration government operations. Oh, I seem to have run out of building slots. Well, apart from Mossland here. So I'm gonna do some civilian factories in our puppets, not a lot, and then fill them up with military factories. This should work out quite well. It would be convenient, don't really need it. We can start preparing a collaboration government. No, that's Norway. Never mind. We need 50% network strength for it in the Soviet Union. Just go closer to Moscow. That should work better. Should probably start making small planes and stuff like that. Or maybe even more artillery. Yeah, this is looking good enough. The fight seems very balanced, even though we're not doing anything. The Netherlands joined the Allies, and Japan attacks them. Well, now they might be regretting not joining us. But that also means the United States are now on our side. Hungary is justifying on us. Well, that means demand overlordship over Slovakia, but I do have overlordship over Hungary, so no. Really isn't anything else we want here. I guess I'll suppress subjects, just because we have nothing better to do. Philippines are now involved. How's the war score? Romania has 11%, and Italy 14%. Nice. Let's check the casualties. 0. We now have enough spy network strength to start the collaboration government thing in the Soviet Union. Why do we need that? Well, because it lowers their surrender threshold. Commands when ready automatically repeat. Come on, Norway. 57% fascist. Then again, now that we're already at war with the Soviet Union, they might not want to join us. Not much is happening down here. Actually, I might want to reduce Romanian independence, because then I'll be able to build stuff in their territory. Agent captured. Pity. Yeah, I guess I'll do it, but just so that I can build. Same for Hungary. First, let's maximize the infrastructure and give them production capabilities to keep it repaired. Hungary claims overlordship over Slovakia. Why would I agree to that? They're a puppet anyway. What can they do? Oh, agent captured. Why did I noticed it and then completely ignored it. Rescue captured operative, please. And we can invite a legionary Bulgaria. Sure, another ally in our fight against the Soviet Union. Now we only need to get Turkey. That will give us another avenue of attack. The Scandinavians would be nice, but they're not necessary. Although Finland would make a great ally for us. Perhaps I should have started with them. I think I should rethink my land lease. Bohemia is not doing anything with it. Let's cancel all land lease to everyone who's not Romania or Poland. I guess I could keep sending stuff to Greece, but I have yet to see them actually do something. Well, they might not have access. Once we get Turkey on board, it might be better. I'm also unsure about Italy, but Italy does do good work with naval invasions. Alright, I can split my production between these 4 countries. It'll be alright. Mexico joins. I could further lower their independence, but we do not need that. Change production. Let them fight it out for a moment. If this stalls for too long, I'll just use expeditionary forces. Norway. That's changed. Their ideology. Perfect. Let's invite them to our faction. Oh, we cannot launch the operation to prepare collaboration government because we lost an agent because our faction got smaller, I think. Right, let's send the other Soviet on it. Commence operation. You girls are going to Turkey. And again, I guess I could send one of you to Moscow to maintain the network, so we don't have to build it from the ground up once again. I really could use more agents. Turkey, how are you doing fascism? Well enough. We're then still getting passive fascist support from our focus, so they might flip without any further interference from our agents. Oh, I know why my agents went down. Because of the independence thing. Damn it. I had an extra agent for Hungary and Romania, and I reduced their independence, and my agents went down. Should not have done that. Especially not to Hungary, because with Romania I had a good reason to build up their infrastructure and so on. With Hungary, I kinda just did that for no good reason. Perhaps I should let them increase their independence. Let's cancel the suppress subject focus. Manage subjects. Yeah, I'm not lend-leasing to them anymore, and I am importing stuff from them, so they will probably raise their independence soon. That's good, actually. I would like the same to happen to Greece, but I am sending them a lot of stuff. I'm going to buy everything I can from Hungary, even if it's something I don't need. Like lots of aluminium for no reason. 13 factories. That should increase their independence quite quickly. I'd like to do the same with Romania, but for them that will take forever because I built so much stuff in their territory. On the other hand, they are getting war score. Not a lot of it. Maximum infrastructure everywhere. Now, Romania, would you like to give me control of some states? You would not, because I have no war score, even though I am your master. That's a pity. See, I would give 1 bit to some of other countries, like 1 bit to Hungary, 1 bit to Bohemia, and so on, and then they would participate in the fighting. But apparently that's not going to happen. No, and actually, yeah, I don't need land lease from you. Also, let's not forget we can not increase Romania's independence, because I am also sending them lots of stuff. What are the agents doing? Finished the collaboration. Government. Perfect. They're preparing to go at it again. Good. In the meantime, you guys might want to increase fascism in Turkey a bit. I really should have done the anti-Soviet pact. That would have been beneficial. On the flip side, Romania is doing great, and Italy is helping them quite a lot. I have more political power than I know what to do with. So, let's increase fascist support in all of our puppets. That's actually going to reduce our political power, but that's fine because we have lots of it. Yes, Poland, we would like a non-aggression pact. Oh, I should offer military access to the United States. They might have a use for it. Operation has launched yet again. Is Hungary raising its independence? I would like them to. I'd also like my other subjects to do the same. Eventually. Hungary has increased its independence level. Perfect. And I get an extra operative for it. Going well, but very slowly. New agent. A Soviet one, please. Build up the network, and you can go to Turkey. Hungary proclaims Hungary greater than Hungary. 60% fascism in Sweden. The next target should probably be Finland. That would simplify things a lot. Oh, who's that? United States. Good job. I ran out of stuff to build. And Italy has broken through down here. Right, it's all smooth sailing from here on out. Italy's gonna take this area. Romania's gonna expand here. The United States will expand here. And the Netherlands have arrived. Okay, I'm no longer mad at you. Congratulations. You might have just saved yourself from nuking. United States invading Novgorod is weird. Shouldn't they be invading from here? Hey, Sweden, you fascist yet? Nope. We've researched nuclear reactors. Let's do the bomb. Romania doing exceptionally well, with some Italian help, and Bulgarian help, and French help. Our other puppets, though, kinda useless. How's participation? 11% for Romania, 23% for Italy, and 3% for Bulgaria. I'm surprised that Greece isn't doing anything. Greece usually is very aggressive. I'll see if we weren't at war, Turkey would join. But we are, and they won't. I do love Romania as a puppet. Looking good. Japan, on the other hand, is expanding quite nicely. At this point, the Soviets are done for. They just don't know it yet. And we don't really need Turkey anymore. Although it would be nice because the Greeks would probably get more involved with that. All the infrastructure. Tanutuva is no more. Both Romania and the United States closing in on Moscow. Almost there. There's a strange beauty about this. Just sitting back like Drew and watching the world burn. Even though it's not really observing, it was by my design, but still, it is pleasant. I like watching a painting being made, following your instructions. Fall of Moscow. It is done. How much longer? Not that much longer. Our casualties, 0. Soviet casualties, 6 million. Soviet Union still holding on. Fielded manpower, Soviet Union, 1 million. Our alliance, 8 to 12 million. 99% towards capitulation, and 100. There we go. Peace conference with 0 score for us. Oh, do we actually have some score? Yes, we got it from Italy, Romania, and Bulgaria. Cool. Do we have enough to do anything? No. The Brits have puppeted quite a lot of countries, and some are being liberated. Do we care? Not really. I guess I could take some territory. Even take it for Romania, I guess. Was Romania on the list? Nope, it's the same price. Alright, let's do some border gore. Not too much, though. How about Vladivostok? A tad expensive. Alright, let's expand to Crimea. And some bits over here, because I can. They do love border gore. Alright, next round, please. Is there anything left to take? Mongolia. There's Mongolia left to take. Let's puppet Mongolia. And we're done. So, what does the world look like? Russian Federation. A little bit of Germany here. Some natural resources for us. New Mongol Empire. We can use that to invade China if we so choose. Some countries liberated. Tiny bit of Germany. And Russia, the puppet of the Brits. Let's have a look at the factions map mode. Yep, the Allies are clearly dominant in this version of the world because we didn't really do anything. Well, nothing significant. I mean, we could still beat them, but it would be quite tedious. And also, Germans would die. If I were to continue this, I suppose I would probably invade China or turn against Japan, or maybe both. Japan should not be doing too well in the near future because the United States can now focus on them completely, and if we got involved, Italy would as well. Anyway, that is pretty much it. We have destroyed the Soviet Union by steering the world in the direction we wanted it to go in, and also we did not lose a single German life doing so. Now, I could have sped this up if I used expeditionary forces, and I probably should have, to be honest. But yeah, the objective achieved, I guess. So, what do you think about such a weird type of video? Was it boring, or was it more interesting because, you know, it was different? Let me know in the comments. And what have I learned from this? Well, your puppets are useless if they're not bordering the enemy, unless you take expeditionary forces from them, and unless there are some of the good puppets, like Romania or Greece. Greece usually does quite a lot. This time they didn't. Perhaps it was an issue of access? I'm not sure. Furthermore, the Dutch trade negotiations are crap, and they should be improved. I mean, the idea is quite interesting, and focus tree is interesting as well. What I have a problem with is the decision system here that lets us influence them. It is non-intuitive and needs micromanagement. And also, as you saw, the British Brits were easily able to overtake us very quickly, even though we had a huge lead on them. And that doesn't seem right. What else? Well, turning countries to your cause takes a long time and is not very efficient since the new espionage system has been introduced, but that doesn't mean it's worse. It might actually be better because it's not that simple. But again, sometimes it's much easier to just conquer them. And that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.